my name is Megan and I'm a student at Reinhardt University in North Georgia, and today I'm going to be sharing some information with you on transformative learning theory. This theory comes to us from a paradigm or school of philosophy called constructivism, which views learning as a fundamental shift that leads to changes in our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Some guiding questions. Number 1, where did transformative learning theory come from? Number 2, what is transformational learning? Number 3, where does the fundamental shift take place? Number 4, how is it looked at from a teacher perspective? And number 5, how is it looked at from a student perspective? Where did transformative learning theory come from? It came from John Mesereau in the 1970s. He was conducting a study on women who had children, had their lives, and went back to school. He decided that there was such a big shift in it that he came up with transformative learning theory. They had a shift in their views when they went back to school. What is transformational learning? The definition is transformational learning is learning that results in a fundamental shift in our worldview, which in turn leads to profound changes in our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Mesereau believes that this shift results from a disorienting dilemma that is triggered by either a major life crisis or a major life transition. Where does this shift take place? It takes place in world events, personal events, and belief systems. World events are causes that come from within the world that are outside of our control, like disease spreading or war, etc. Personal events are causes that take place in our very lives, like family or friends dying, losing your house, or failing financially. Belief system causes take place if there's a shift in the way a person views something. The shift is inside of ourselves. It could be a shift in point of view or a religion or your philosophy. Where does this shift take place? It takes place in world events, personal events, and belief systems. How is it looked at from a teacher perspective? Teachers are to provide a shift. This can be through a new style of teaching or an enthusiasm for a subject. Once the teacher provides, results are gained. How is it looked at from a student perspective? The role of the student is to be open. Students may start out skeptical, but throughout the process they will start to transform. Being open-minded leads to transformation.
Carpe diem. Now, who knows what that means?
Carpe diem. That's seize the day.
Very good, Mr. Name. Seize the day. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. Why does the writer use these lines?
Because he's in a hurry.
No. Ding! Thank you for playing anyway. Because we are food for worms, lads. Because believe it or not, each and every one of us in this room is one day going to stop breathing, turn cold, and die. Iota of what they were capable. Because you see, gentlemen, these boys are now fertilizing daffodils. But if you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Go on, lean in. Listen.
Yielding a massive total area, thereby revealing the poem to be truly great. As you proceed through the poetry in this book, practice this rating method. As your ability to evaluate poems in this manner grows, so will your enjoyment and understanding of poetry.
excrement. That's what I think of Mr. J. Evans Pritchard. We're not laying pipe. We're talking about poetry. How can you describe poetry like American Bandstand? Well, I like Byron. I give him a 42, but I can't dance to it. Now, I want you to rip out that page. Go on. Rip out the entire page. You heard me. Rip it out. Rip it out! Go on. Rip it out! Thank you, Mr. Dalton. Gentlemen, tell you what, not just tear out that page, tear out the entire introduction. I want it gone. History. Leave nothing of it. Rip it out. Rip! Be gone, J. Evans Pritchard, Ph.D. Rip, shred, tear, rip it out. I want to hear nothing but ripping of Mr. Pritchard. We'll perforate it, put it on a roll. Not the Bible. You're not going to go to hell for this. This is a battle, a war. And the casualties could be your hearts and souls. Thank you, Mr. Dalton. Armies of academics going forward, measuring poetry. No! We'll not have that here. No more of Mr. J. Evans Pritchard. Now, my class, you will learn to think for yourselves again. You will learn to savor words and language. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
Captain, my captain.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson. You hear me? Sit down. Sit down. This is your final warning, Anderson. How dare you? You hear me?
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Mr. Overstreet, I warn you. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. All of you. I want you seated. Sit down. Leave, Mr. Keating.
Let's review our essential content. Transformational learning leads to a fundamental shift that changes our thoughts, feelings, and actions. I need bullets. These shifts take place in our world events, personal events, and belief systems. The role of the teacher is to provide a shift. The role of the student is to be open-minded so that transformation can happen.